Hello,
Hello，
everyone.
大家好。我
Today
们讲一
we're
下这
going to
个
talk about this. The
ADV
ADV or
IK
FK integrated system. We describe it as something similar to 3ds Max Biped. When using our ADV rig, first, let's enable the display for both IK and FK. We select these controllers, the IK or FK switch controller, and set this attribute to 0. All controllers will then be visible. This tool is under Uncraft called ADV to Biped. Let's open this tool. For this tool, the panel is very simple. There are only 4 buttons in total. Let's go through each one. The first button, it creates automatic IK and FK, and it works in real time. Let's click it. Click once. Make sure you select one controller on the character before clicking. If you are using references, it also works the same way. It supports multiple characters. Select one and click it. One thing to note, it's best to do this in a T-pose. The first time should always be in T-pose, because it records some data relationships. You'll see a node created here. Let's take a look. After the first time, it doesn't really matter anymore. It has already recorded the positional relationships here. After that, we can start using it. As you can see, this controller now is affected by both IK and FK at the same time, so we can control it simultaneously. If you make a mistake, Ctrl+Z is also supported. The legs work the same way. Let's take a look. All right. This is the basic workflow. However, the actual evaluation is still related to the settings inside this controller. If this value is 0, then it's driven purely by FK. IK here mainly serves as an auxiliary tool to help adjust poses more easily. For example, if we want to shift this motion slightly, using FK alone, we might need many adjustments to get this result. With IK, it's much easier, but for the final evaluation, since this is set to FK, it's still FK-based. For example, if we enable this and lift the leg, then keyframe it, it's still being evaluated using FK. If we want the feet to behave in IK mode, for example, to avoid foot sliding while walking, we can move other controllers, and it still works as IK. If we switch this to FK, and then animate, it may look similar. And IK still appears to work, but when you keyframe animation, foot sliding will occur. Another important point, all these controllers' keyframes are now linked together. For example, if I select this controller and keyframe it, press S, it also keyframes these controllers at the same time. This works just like the arm linking in 3ds Max Biped. If you want to delete them, you need to select all of them and remove them. This is the real-time IK or FK matching mode. Now for the next button, we click it as well. It is no longer real-time while dragging. The FK controller does not follow immediately. When you release the mouse, it snaps into place. If your character is heavy or laggy, this mode is more suitable. The final result is the same. If you don't want this feature anymore, click Delete Auto IK or FK. Now the feature is removed, and the rig returns to a normal setup. Let's look at the animation. So the final result is still evaluated with FK. Because we moved IC controllers earlier, such as the hip controller, the animation no longer matches, but IC itself is no longer active in the rig. Below, there is another button. It creates a controller set. What does this do? We box select all controllers and click it. After creating the controller set, we still need to create the auto IC or FK. Its purpose is that when I double-click this controller, all relevant controllers are selected. Notice that it only selects controllers. In Maya, there are many hierarchy levels, and it does not select the intermediate nodes. This makes animation work much more convenient. Holding Shift also allows multi-selection. This also works with ribbon controllers, allowing fast and efficient operations. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you everyone.